Pull back and fade, I'll take the three. I'm about my pay, about my cake. They want my wave, they want my wave. They want my wave, they want my wave. They heard them straight. I'm getting paid my 23s. I was jumping J. Pull back and fade, I'll take the three. I'm about my pay. I'm taking shots from the free throw. Need 23 bands for street smoke, 100 bands to scrap, and half of that if they need more. Want my swag and bag, but they need no. Everything I did for that was unbelievable. Hair twisted and not nappy. I'm black and I'm top heavy. I'm from the block with for shock value. I ran from fence to fence. I would hop with blue cheese bins in a knot. They want my way, they want my waif. I'm on my way, stay out my face. So keep it 1K. You eat the fake. I'm getting paid, I make a tick before I end off my day. Hey, they want my wave, they want my wave. They want my wave, they want my wave. They heard them straight. I'm getting paid my 23s. I was jumping.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We're excited to have with us two-time NBA scoring champion, Shaquille O'Neal.
Hey, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. Hey, Greg, what's going on? Greg, you got some of that when I was scoring champ, huh?
Oh, man.
You got some of those battles?
I always tell a story. We were playing Lakers in the conference finals. I was with the Blazers, and Shaq had the ball. You know, like big fellas down there, so you got to go down and try to swipe the ball from him. So I go down, and I swipe as hard as I can, right, to try to knock the ball. He doesn't even feel it. I pop my shoulder out of place.
Oh, no
True
kidding.
story. And so I didn't want anybody to know I was hurt. So I just, like, signaled to the coach, hey, you know, I'm going to come out for a minute. I got to go to the bathroom. I ran in the hall.
Popping your shoulder
Man, I ran in the
back there.
hall. I was crying like a baby. True story, man. Big fella, he's strong.
Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you very much. We know Rudy Gobert is ultra competitive, but he knows it's not about winning his individual matchup. He said, it's a 5-on-5 game, a team concept. That's always been my mindset. Obviously, I take pride in being the best defensive player in this league, but I play to win. That's my focus. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And it becomes an iconic sight, Shaq. Your statue decorating the Staples Center, immortalized in bronze. It's so impressive. What was that like?
You know, I just got to spend the day with former teammates, coaches, Laker legends. It's a special feeling. Every time I look up, it just, you know, brings back memories. I just want to thank the Laker organization.
Shaq gets very emotional
He
on
is
this.
very
You notice this?
emotional.
He is it's a couple times now that
Jerry
we've
West,
seen you.
Magic Johnson.
This is very sad, even for us as your co-broadcasters here. We're even shedding a tear.
Kevin, why don't you give him a big hug?
Come here.
Lamar Odom.
Oh, Shaq,
Devin George.
Big hug. You're right. That is big. And
Mike Penberthy.
Mike Penberthy.
Yes, he was a shooter.
I know. I remember.
Corner for three.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented back. Some changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Junior comes in for Danny Green. And it's Cobb in for Rajon Rondo. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. And Utah making a change here. Houtier is checked in. So it's Utah now. Of course, you know as well as anyone, Shaq, mental toughness is a gigantic asset in this league. You look at today's players, and there are some that appear to be unfazed by pressure.
I call this the frown and the smile. It's one guy that smiles a lot when you try to pressure him. That's Luka Doncic. He'll hit you with a move, shoot the jumper in your face, hit you with a smile. Then there's the frown. Kawhi Leonard could do the same thing, but he'll hit a big shot, and he won't give you no expression. The frown and the smile, Kevin. The frown and the smile. Reminds me of Ernie and Kenny up there.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Here's Junior. Drops in the tray. Greg Jr., as you know, taken in this year's draft. He didn't last long on the board, and this team jumped on the chance to draft him.
There are a lot of high upside players in the draft, but none more so than Junior. He's an athletic monster and could end up being the best player of this class. It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Pass to Junior. Three-pointer. Knocks down the three ball. Junior's got a couple of threes now in the first for Los Angeles.
The defender was pretty much helpless right there. This man had a clear height advantage, and he got the exact kind of shot he wanted.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Here's Junior. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Moutier with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City. And the foul called on Junior. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. Morris comes in for Davis. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for LeBron. Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Up top, Moutier. To the middle. It's tipped. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Great dive from Kuzma there, assessing the situation and making the right play.
Here's Mitchell. Playing Oklahoma City. He was nearly unstoppable.
He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
First free throw is good.
High character kid, well spoken. In fact, Mitchell's pre-draft interviews helped him rocket up the board.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Caldwell Pope comes in for Junior. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kyle. The Jazz also changing it up. Platoon swap here for the Lakers. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert, he's checked in for Bradley. Bogdanovich comes in for Davis. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for George Niang. And it's Moutier in for Royce O'Neal. Moutier kicks to Mitchell. Back to Moutier. Pass to Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls it up. Another miss by Utah.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
So on the floor for Utah. Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Moutier in at the 1. 1:32 left in the second quarter. Shaq, thanks for coming by. Entertaining as always. Happy to have you on the program. You have an open chair anytime you want to join us.
Anytime, Kevin, my pleasure. Whenever you guys need me, just give me a call. If I'm not doing icy hot Krispy Kreme or the Journal Insurance, you just give me a call.
Other than that, you'll be free.
Yeah, I'll be free.
That's good to know. You know, Greg, there are good players, and there are great players, and there are superstars. And then there's Shaq.
Yeah, I mean, he once said he'd like to be known as
The big Aristotle.
because Aristotle said, excellence is not a singular act, it's a habit. You are what you repeatedly do. Well, Shaq's lived by that on and off the court.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Cobb. Utah comes into this one after the win against the Thunder, and the foul called on Junior. And that'll be his third foul so far. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. 50 seconds left to play here in the half.
And the thing that stood out for me last year about Moutier, his shot selection was much improved.
It was, GA, a career high from the field. He was solid also from three. Still, he needs to clean up that turnover category. But we have to remember, he is still very young despite how long we've been talking about him.
A free throw good for Moutier.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Lakers. And some good action through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers ahead. They lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look... And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Junior comes in for LeBron. And it's Cobb in for Rajon Rondo. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Gobert. Davis comes in for Bogdanovich. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And O'Neal subbed in for Mitchell. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Oh, that was something else.
He's just showing off right now. When Cobb gets into the air, he's crafty with how he throws it down.
Jazz trail by 13. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Conley. Poked loose. It's stolen by Green. Floats it up for Junior. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And seeing Junior out there again, I was impressed with his time on the floor in his debut. Showed that he could pick his spots and contribute to this team.
Junior did not miss a beat when he came into the game, did he, Greg? Exactly the debut this team was hoping to see from him. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs costs him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said, it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David. And the Jazz call time here.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Some changes here for the Lakers. Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Danny Green. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Kyle. Utah also making some changes. Bogdanovich comes in for Ed Davis. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. To end the run, Bradley trying to break 3. Moutier, no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And James subbed in for Junior. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Joe Ingles comes in for George Niang.